friends. Woo-wee! It's been a while since we've had some drama like this in the Liberty Movement. So, today my good friend Justin Padini hit me up and said that he got scammed for $32,000. And I was flipping out. And he was shockingly calm. He was just a little disappointed because the money he was saving and putting together with crypto was money that he was going to put into starting some sort of community in Baja California or Mexico or something like that. But I'm really upset because I was Justin's crypto guy, and I didn't know he was talking to other people about crypto and whatever. So I've been used. My likeness and name has been used all over Facebook by scammers to scam people into selling or sending them their crypto. Not selling. It's a very common thing. I'm fully aware of it. I know that lots of other influencers, crypto influencers and stuff like that are being used to scam people. So when I heard that this happened to Justin, I was like, oh my fucking God. Because Justin, he's not very tech savvy. And I was like, oh no, because, he doesn't know about these scams and he's new to crypto. I spent the last couple years trying to talk him back into reinvesting because last time he invested was the peak of the bull market in 2017. So he had a nasty taste left in his mouth about crypto, and it took me the whole bear market to convince him to get involved again. So anyway, the story he told me was that for a while he had been talking to Luis Fernando Mises. The only way I know who Luis is when I lived in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua. Jeff hit me up because he wanted me to admin the Dollar Vigilante expat page for Nicaragua. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Because I ran an expat page in Nicaragua. It's actually really successful now. But anyway, so he introduced me to Luis, who got me all set up with whatever, and we followed each other, and I don't know, Luis, I don't know much about him, but he was just kind of, I don't know, just the only time I ever saw anything from him, he'd come on my page whenever I'd write something he didn't like, and he'd talk a bunch of shit and leave, and he's just kind of one of those people. And eventually, I unfollowed him just because I was sick of seeing all the selfies and stuff like that. And that's all I really know of the dude. And so he said that he'd been getting like emotional support help, I guess, from Luis. Justin's kind of an emo dude, which is fine. He's a sweetheart. And along this conversation, they started talking about crypto because Justin had amassed quite a bit and he kind of talks about it a little too much. So the conversation went from the emotional help to, you got to put your money on this website and, I'll help you do it and you'll be able to like triple your money and all this stuff. And I remember me asking me about it. He was like, what do you think about mining, dude? And I'm like, don't even get involved. Don't even think of getting involved in it. It's not the right direction you want to go in, especially being that you're not very tech savvy. And most of these cloud mining sites are complete scams. And so he's like, oh, okay. And I remember when he asked me. So he ended up letting whoever Lewis or this not Lewis or someone impersonating Lewis let him convince them and had the Lewis help him put his money on this cloud mining website, which now that I've looked at the website, it's like painfully obviously a scam. Just probably, you know, it's just a place for noobs that don't know what they're doing to lose money, basically. Like it's a straight up scam site. It doesn't work. It just is a place that you sign up for, and then it gives you a crypto address, and you send your money in, and it's just gone. It's just straight up gone. So over the time Justin tells me he's having this conversation with Lewis, Lewis changes his phone number, but the conversation stayed the same. They had been talking about, stuff going on in Justin's life, etc., and crypto stuff. So the phone number changed, and then it changed again, but the conversation stayed the same. And Justin didn't think much of it. He's just like, oh, people change their phone numbers. Which, I don't know, isn't necessarily the greatest sign when someone's changing their phone number. Should have been a red flag, but, Justin's a sweet dude and didn't think that he thought he was talking to Lewis, who was a good dude or something. Hey! Cat hates when I talk. So with his help, he puts $32,000 into this website. I, for sure, put most of the blame on Justin. He should have known. And he knows he should have known. He's being shockingly, he's in shockingly good spirits. I was worried he was going to be a mess, but he's like, oh, I'm not really, he's just Justin. So he's not too worried about it, but I'm pissed, because it's just really frustrating. So he lets Lewis, or person impersonating Lewis, convince him to put all this money on this website. And the second he puts the money on there, all conversation stops on. And when these phone numbers changed, the conversation on the phone number would stop, the previous conversation. So the original phone number, Justin, the only reason Lewis has Justin's phone number is because he gave it to him back in the day, right? A scammer can't hit you up on your WhatsApp without having your number. So obviously at some point, it seems like Justin and Lewis were talking. And Justin gave Lewis the phone number, and they started talking for whatever spiritual guru help or whatever it is that Lewis does. When he's not taking pictures of himself. So I hear this story, and I obviously have a lot of questions. And him explaining the story to me, it's absolutely unbelievable. A, it's unbelievable that no red flags were raised. B, it's unbelievable because he was talking to Lewis, which it's kind of not unbelievable because first thing I was like, you got scammed by one of these scammers we all talk to every day, dude. Jesus Christ, that's like someone calling your grandma and telling them that, you got kidnapped and you got to send them $100,000 or else they're going to kill you. It's like, it's the oldest scam in the book. And anyone involved with crypto should know, except Justin Padini, because Justin Padini isn't really tech savvy. Justin Padini should be a world famous podcaster right now. But he's not, because he can't figure out how to download an app on his phone to do the right podcast. I've been trying to podcast with him for months, and every time we've attempted to do it, he can't figure it out on his. And it's nothing, some people aren't tech savvy. So I'm like, what in the hell are you talking about? 3 phone numbers? Are you kidding? And like, it took the whole day of him trying to explain it to me before I realized what was going on. And he sent me all the screenshots and all the video messages and everything. And it's just not adding up. And I'm not saying Lewis did it. But wouldn't that be the perfect scam? Just literally making a fake account with your own picture. And by the way, Mises is best friends with Jeff fucking Berwick, a known scammer who has scammed good people many times in the past. He had a fast track to getting your citizens in Mexico, citizenship in Mexico. He told everyone that he had talked to the government and made a deal with the government to get people their citizenship really quick if they paid Berwick like $60,000 or something. And he did this to tons of people. And when it fell through, he was just like, oh, sorry, it didn't work out, and kept all the money. Like that's just one thing. There's many other things. I'm not going to get into it because this isn't a video about Jeff Berwick. This is a video about Justin Padini and Luis Fernando Mises. But Luis is Jeff Berwick's little right-hand man. So take whatever you want from that. So the evidence isn't adding up. Something fishy is going on. And I am sick of watching fuckheads get away with shit in the liberty movement. So I'm really gonna spend some time on this one because I smell a fucking rat. I'm not saying at all. Lewis might be completely innocent. But things are looking fishy. And the second I put this post up, I was contacted by a few people that I didn't even know that were like, keep going in the direction you're going in. Here's some, and they sent me some screenshots of what Lewis was saying. And he posted this pretty defensive, calling me a slimy fucker. It's pretty defensive. Like, oh, well, I gotta get back to this. So I posted on Facebook, right? Like, hey guys, there's some fishiness up. Basically all I said was Luis Mises or someone impersonating Luis Mises scammed Justin Padini for $35,000. Hey, quiet! You get so mad when I talk loud. But I get it. My voice is annoying. So, and I was just like, so if you're doing business with a person named Luis Mises, you might want to wait until we figure out what's going on here. Because I smell a fucking rat. Not saying he did it. Not saying he didn't do it. But I'm not going to simply assume because scammers exist that this is a scam done by some scammer somewhere else. Because it would be the perfect scam for anyone, to find the right mark, which Justin, unfortunately, loved the dude, but he was the right mark to get scammed. Talks about crypto, he talks about it out loud, doesn't really know about it, he's the perfect guy to get scammed. And you don't have to be scamming that many people if you find the right one. It's only a couple. And man, if you got $35,000 worth of crypto right now, that's going to triple, quadruple, 5x, 10x maybe in the next 6 months. So that's a lot of fucking money. So you don't even have to be doing a lot of them. You just have to be watching for the right one. So I post up on my Facebook, just chill. Didn't even say, oh, Luis Fernando Mises stole money. Didn't even accuse him. I just simply said, just chill before you give him access to your crypto if you're dealing with him. If he's helping you out with crypto. For one, you should never give access to your crypto to anyone. Like, I help hundreds, thousands probably of people get involved in crypto since 2012. And I've never asked for a single private key. You hold people's hand as they set up their own stuff. You don't ask for keys. And like, I've heard some stories about, oh, send me the money and I'll give you the crypto, anyway. And that's hearsay. I'm not bringing up hearsay. I'm talking about what I know, what I'm dealing. So I hardly even said anything on my Facebook. And Lewis flips out and calls me a slimy fucker and saying that I'm starting shit. But I'm not starting shit. I'm just trying to take care of my community. Trying to make sure no one else gets scammed if this is what's going on. Which, is that really that bad of me to be like, doing that? I guess I could have left his name out of it, but then what would have been the point of warning anyone? All I said was chill for a little bit. So then he does a live stream.
Why they will make this shit up?
So defensive, he has to slimy fucker talking all this shit about me. Slimy fucker starting shit. And then all these people, Barry Cooper, talking shit. Barry Cooper, once a cop, always a cop. Psycho fucking Barry Cooper, machine gun selfies all the time. Once a cop, always a cop. Cops should not be allowed in the liberty movement. I don't care if they are reformed. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about Barry Cooper, but all these people chime in. He's got all this support by all these people, which is fine. But again, I'm just telling people to be careful because I see some shit that doesn't look right, and we got to make sure and we look at this stuff and do a little bit of digging because it just doesn't look right. And we could all just, oh, it's just a scammer. He got scammed by some Indian scammer. You could just assume that, sure. But just because these like Forex scammers and crypto scammers exist, that doesn't mean that they couldn't be possibly someone that we know. It's actually more likely that it's someone that we know, and it's an ingenious scam. It's an ingenious scam. If that is what's happening. But we're gonna go over Lewis's live stream. I only have half of it. But it's the part where he's talking about me.
Kind of voice messages. It's all text. All text.
I know, so, I'm loud. I'm sorry.
There's a couple of things happening here. One is either this never really happened.
It happened.
And
I can assure you it happened, Lewis. I've seen the whole conversation. I went to the website and logged in and saw all the transactions of Justin putting the money into the website. Like, it most definitely happened.
Why they will make this shit up, I don't know. But if I had lost 32...
We're not making it up. And even if it was not Lewis and it was just a scammer, that's still not us making it up. Why are you so defensive? Why aren't you just as concerned as I am? That someone's using your voice, if that's what you're saying. He tried to say in the beginning of this video, because I watched it, he tried to say, that it was like some sort of deep fake technology that someone faked his voice when he was talking to Justin, which is just
Dollars?
there's never been any history of people. It's only been likeness and name people have been ripping off. Never heard of anyone deep faking people's voice to scam people. It's too deep of a scam for sure.
Would be looking everywhere for that money.
No. And again, Justin doesn't seem to care at all. He doesn't really like he's already admitted, I got scammed by, I got scammed by someone. Whether it's Lewis or not Lewis, I got scammed and it's my own fault. Like I'm shocked because it's a lot of fucking money. God, that's a lot of money. But he's shockingly not that bummed out about it. But I don't get offended by many things, but this offends me when people are trashing the cryptocurrency's reputation and the reputation of the blockchain by scamming people, especially if they scam people they know. Oh my God.
So
Yeah, it's the victim's fault. You fucking
the other thing could be maybe he feels really bad that he lost it and he's trying to just say things so he feels less bad for having fallen for something like this.
Yeah, he doesn't really care.
So either way,
Justin's
and then we get
not the kind of dude to just throw accusations around. He doesn't even know I've even posted up about this. He wants to keep, he's not wanting to be public
good
about
old
this.
friend Jeffrey Phillips, and I've had countless people tell me that he's very well known in LA as a con artist.
Oh yeah, am I? Why are you attacking me? I wasn't even talking shit. Why are you changing the subject, bro? I'm a con artist, huh? That's funny. Who have I conned? Do you have evidence for this? Besides maybe a certain ex-girlfriend of mine? Yeah, so that's a little interesting. Con artist, huh?
He has a criminal record.
Criminal record. Really? You sure about that, Lewis? You sure I got a criminal record? Because right now, you could look it up. It's public record. Also, you could even look up, because I've been in family court, and this has been my background. I have no criminal history, homeboy. Zero. Not a fucking DUI. So, before you go spreading misinformation, you should probably do a little bit of research. That's pretty funny.
He's been violent.
Oh, I've been violent. Do you have any proof of that? Do you have any records somewhere? Does anybody have footage or pictures or stories like that are actually credible? That I'm violent? A peace activist, bruh.
Money to, like, he basically lives with girlfriends.
I live with girlfriends. We're here talking about one of our friends getting a lot of money stolen. And you're trying to say that you're trying to change the subject and talk about me, and you're saying that I live with girlfriends. When we met, I lived in San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua, and I wasn't living with a girlfriend. And, I live with a girlfriend now, but, we pay rent. I pay rent. Like, what's wrong with... What are you trying to say? Oh, he lives with his girlfriend. Woo, you got me, buddy.
So he doesn't have to pay rent kind of stuff.
So I don't have to pay rent? How much money you got right now, bro? selling kratom.
And he's talking shit about me, saying,
Was I talking shit? I didn't talk any shit. I simply said, if you're doing business crypto-wise with Louis Mises, you might want to chill, so we can figure out what's going on. Because I found some evidence and I smell a rat. It doesn't seem right. If it simply was just a scammer like all these scammers, these Forex and crypto scammers that we find, dude, I'm the admin of two of the biggest crypto pages on Facebook. You think I don't deal with scammers, crypto scammers? I know crypto scammers. That's when I posted this. 10 people are like, oh, well, there's crypto scammers using Lewis's face. Yeah, there is crypto scammers using Jeff Berwick, Louis Fernando, me, Aaron Edwards, Kingsley Edwards, tons of people whose likenesses are being used to scam people. My girlfriend got hit up by someone with my name, with my picture, and he was trying to get her to get into some crypto stuff, and we were laughing. So I get it. But that's not what's happening here. Something else is going on. Something else is amiss. There's definitely something fishy, or else I wouldn't have said anything, because people get scammed all the time. But this story just doesn't seem right. And why are you so defensive? Why are you attacking me and trying to oh, you think you know something about me? You've never met me in your life, bro. You don't know anything about me. You know one of my ex-girlfriends. And, yeah, that's it. Ex-girlfriends aren't the greatest people to get information from. There's two sides to every story, and the truth is somewhere in the middle. Anyone knows that who's smart.
Cheats on the mother of his wife.
all sorts of things that why wouldn't he do it? He's broke. He got divorced. He do all those things.
You've admitted that you're fucking broke.
And helping Justin do some childhood trauma situation that I'm not going to reveal.
Looked in a
that's
fucking book. You fucking liar.
So,
than
it's pretty funny.
scam,
Super funny.
if it happened.
But yeah, so I don't know why you're attacking me so much, bro. I'm bringing up a valid issue, and it's about time that some of us crypto heads get together and figure out what's going on with all this scamming, because you can't deny that would be the perfect scam. Just literally use your own picture and just use it so much that it becomes common knowledge that people are using your picture, and then actually scam some people. But then just blame it on the scammers. It's kind of genius. And it's right up the alley of some people that Lewis runs with. So I don't think it's that far-fetched, and I don't really think Lewis, if he didn't do this, should have no problem with me saying anything that I've already said. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to like each other. I haven't had the greatest experiences with Lewis, but it doesn't mean that I have to kiss his ass if I post something about him. I didn't talk shit. I was just like, hey, this is starting to look like a duck, And wouldn't that be so interesting if us, crypto heads on Facebook figured out that there was some major scamming going on by people we actually know. Like I said, I'm not saying anyone is doing this, but it could be a possibility. You can't deny that it could be possible. And most people these days, they'll just blow it off. They won't dig deep, and they won't do the very deep digging to find clues to who's doing these things, whether or not they're really people in India or they're people in Mexico or wherever. Could do this shit anywhere. It's so easy. So anyway, I just wanted to make a little live stream because it's easier to talk about this stuff than it is to text about. But you will not, this will not be the last time you're hearing about this. I'll be bringing this up often as any new information comes up. And we will see how everyone reacts and everyone's body language and everyone's micro impressions on their faces. And ooh, this is going to be fun. Anyway, talk to you guys later.